Breaking news coming out just a little while ago today that a new bill has been introduced to reform Social Security, and yes, it aligns with a lot of the things that President Joe Biden said he wanted to see, which means this actually could be a bill that could get support from the president and Democrats in Congress. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest, but take a look. Just coming out, headlines like this. Ahead of tax day hearing, White House announces legislation to protect long-term solvency of Social Security and Medicare. I'm going to give you all the details that are rolling out, and we also have Medicare and Social Security Fair Share Act. This is the name of the bill. Senator Sheldon Whitehouse is the one that's presenting this in Congress, and I've got the actual fact sheet. I'm going to break down all the details, as this could be one of the first bills we see that aligns with the president's ideals of what he'd like to see happen for Social Security and Medicare, which means this could actually be a bill that finally gets some traction for Social Security and Medicare reform. Now, what's included in it? How is this going to be impacting those that collect these benefits? I'm going to cover all the details for you. Now, in addition to that, a lot of people have been asking about stimulus checks. Stick around to the end. I've got an update for you on the proposal that has just been released for $1,200 stimulus checks. Going to get you all the details on that as well. But let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, before we do me a quick favor. Smash the like button if you appreciate the updates, keeping you up to speed on everything going on. And if you want to stay up to date, just hit the subscribe button. It's totally free. I'll keep you up to date on everything that's happening, what's available for you and your family. And also, shout out to all the new members of the Join section. So you just click on the Join button and you can get more exclusive behind-the-scenes information, direct access to me. I appreciate you guys. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right into this bill and let you know what's happening right now with Social Security and Medicare. All right, so link in the description below to this article that literally just came out about an hour ago, less than an hour ago. This is just rolling out, so I'm expecting there's going to be a whole lot more articles coming out on this, but you're getting it hot off the press. That's what you get here on my channel. So let's go ahead and dive right in. As the deadline approaches for Americans to file their taxes, U.S. Senator Sheldon Whitehouse announced new legislation to protect the solvency of Social Security and Medicare by making the nation's highest earners contribute their fair share. So we're going to be seeing them in this bill proposing to tax the rich. The bill will be filed on tax day when Chairman Whitehouse will hold a budget committee hearing on how tax dodging by the wealthy and big corporations holds down the broader economy. The ultra wealthy shouldn't be able to get out paying Social Security and Medicare taxes on most of their income, says Whitehouse. As President Biden has proposed, my legislation would extend the solvency of Medicare by 20 years and level the playing field so that way teachers, police officers, and firefighters aren't paying a much larger share of their income in taxes than billionaires. Medicare and Social Security are twin pillars of economic fairness and retirement security, providing lifelines to seniors, their dependents, and people with disabilities. In 2021, Social Security lifted 26.3 million Americans out of poverty, and nearly 40% of seniors rely on these programs for the majority of their income, benefits that they have earned that let them retire with dignity. Now, Medicare protects its over 60 million beneficiaries, 1 in 5 of whom have less than $15,000 in savings from potentially catastrophic healthcare costs. Despite the bedrock of importance of these programs, both are at risk of being unable to fully pay out benefits within the next 15 years. Without new revenue, the Hospital Insurance Trust Fund and the Old Age and Survivor Insurance Trust Funds are expected to become insolvent in 2028, that's Medicare, and 2033, that's Social Security, respectively. Now, White House's Medicare and Social Security Fair Share Act will do the following: preserve Medicare and Social Security while safeguarding benefits, significantly extend Social Security solvency, and extend Medicare solvency by an estimated additional 20 years. Now, we had heard Bernie Sanders' proposal say 70. This one says 20, and I wonder how much of an impact it is due to the cap on the income requirements. Take a look. Require taxpayers with over $400,000 in income to contribute a fairer share to Social Security. Now, Bernie Sanders' proposal, the Social Security Expansion Act, which not only did all this, but also added an additional $200 per month to each recipient across the board. The cap was $250,000. This one is $400,000. So if you make $300,000 a year, this is not going to be impacting you. There is going to be a gap between the current cap, which I believe is $162,000, to this cap, which is $400,000. There will be a gap where it's not taxed. Ensure that no matter the source of the income, high-income taxpayers would pay the same tax rate on their income exceeding that threshold. Require taxpayers with incomes above $400,000 to contribute more to Medicare and close the loophole in the law that favors high earners as proposed by President Biden. Increase the rate of income above $400,000 by 1.2%. So not only will you be taxed, but you will be taxed at a higher rate as well. Ensure that wealthy owners of pass-through businesses like hedge funds and private equity firms with more than $400,000 in annual income cannot avoid Medicare taxes. The bill has been endorsed by Social Security Works, American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, American Federation of Government Employees, and Americas for Tax Fairness. Now, here is the fact sheet as well. Now, here's the actual fact sheet that was released alongside the bill, and it kind of breaks down and summarizes everything, and it turns out it's pretty much everything that we just read from that article. But it's the Medicare and Social Security Fair Share Act that was released by Senator Sheldon Whitehouse. And again, I'll have this linked in the description below so you can see it for yourself. And it goes through those same bullet points that it's going to be preserving Medicare, Social Security while safeguarding the benefits, require taxpayers with over $400,000 in income to contribute a fairer share to Social Security. They're saying that the percentage of their income that they're giving to Social Security is significantly smaller because they're making so much more. Require taxpayers with incomes above $400,000 to contribute more to Medicare at a higher rate, an additional 1.2%, and close the loophole in laws that favor higher earners. So these are some of the components of it, and they're saying it's going to extend the solvency for an additional 20 years. So let me know your thoughts on this. Now, one of the things that's not included in here is an expansion to benefits. Bernie Sanders' Social Security Expansion Act had proposed an additional $200 per month, which actually was one of the promises President Joe Biden had made that Bernie Sanders tried to make good on with that bill. This particular bill does not have that included. What do you think? What if we added that in? How much would that offset these new earnings that are going to come from taxation on the wealthy? Should there be modifications to this bill to provide those that collect these benefits with more? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. So I will keep you up to date on this. This was just released. But in addition to that, speaking of more, there has been a new proposal to go out for $1,200 stimulus checks every single month to everybody that got checks before, and including those that collect Social Security. They're saying that everybody needs another round, not due to the pandemic, but due to the fact that we are in a middle of an economic crisis, a recession, and we're hearing things are just going to be getting worse. Also, child tax credits as well, indefinitely, forever. These have been proposed. We will see. Now, stimulus checks, they don't have support all across the board in Congress. We will see, but there is for child tax credits and Social Security increases. And child tax credits is one of the proposals that I've got some updates for you on. So if you're interested, check out this video next as I go into detail with all that's happening with these new proposals for stimulus for the economic crisis that we are facing. And I'll keep you up to date as more information comes out. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.